All right, let me unmute these guys real quick. All right, I can listen now for hours. But anyway, I kind of got rushed. I didn't get rushed. I was internal. How do you unmute these guys again? Oh, there he goes. Hello. Okay, so I forgot to set up the screens. So I gotta put the cameras on, or we can just put up this fantastic picture of Will and Kara. Kara, that's not Kara. I don't remember. Kyle, please. So how do I don't remember how to do all this shit, dude.
It's only been 1 week, man. It can't be that hard.
Streaming is a blow up. You already know. Okay, so we are live. We are live.
Yeah, this is live.
We are live and kicking.
Dude, K-Sexy, man. What about that guy?
Scream.
Oh, there I am.
Wait, where is... Okay, now Vince.
People deserve to see this face.
There's Vince. And that's it.
What happened to the old layout, dude? It just disappeared?
What old layout? This is old layout.
Well, why wasn't it set up already?
Because I forgot to put the cameras on. That's about it.
Oh, is it automatically set up, dude? We're living in the caveman days?
No, because I'm not paying for XSplit no more, so I don't have multiple screens.
Oh, man, dude. Well, I mean, that's an even better reason to switch to OBS, the superior streaming service. But, I mean, it's up to you.
I don't really care. It's the same thing to me.
I know. It is, dude. It's just easier one way. So I wouldn't do it either.
What's the difference?
It's a million times easier to
use. How's it easier?
Because it saves everything, so you don't have to do what you're doing right now.
I got 5 screens. I just have to save a podcast screen. Dude. That's about it.
Yeah.
All right. You guys don't even scream, man. I'm waiting for you guys. I blame Will, dude. I just haven't hit my my anniversary buttons yet. I'm waiting, dude.
That's fair. I mean, we just can't use any more internet in this house.
Yeah, we're out of internet.
Yeah, the internet, they're cutting us off, dude.
That is ridiculous, dude. That's so...
I used it all, so sorry.
Yeah, it's all gone, dude. The internet is a finite resource.
Because they're running out of it. Yeah, Trump is running out. We're running out of internet, dude. All right. Enough for the... Yeah, I'm going to refill my internet, please. One internet, please. I don't know. The world is a fucked up place at the moment, but...
Your internet machine broke, man.
It broke. But welcome. It's time. It's the TTF podcast. It's always been time. I do not know how to turn off... Yeah, I don't know how to do that. But yeah, welcome. We have a lot to talk about. And when I say we have a lot to talk about, I did not write anything on our podcast spreadsheet. So I don't know what we're going to talk about. So let's just start off with Will. How you doing, Will? What do you want to talk about?
Jobs.
Yeah, jobs. Anybody get any of them jobs?
Yeah, you got any jobs hanging out?
You should job hunt with my sister, dude. She's looking for a new job too, man.
Is that like a euphemism or?
No, she's living off unemployment right now, dude.
Come on. Yeah.
You know what? Let's open the greatest website ever, Event Hubs.
Don't open Event Hubs.
Dude, that article. Oh my god.
You want to,
That
okay?
website is beast.
I know nothing. I know nothing about the article. The Nomadic Ninja guy brought that up. It is a topic we can talk about. So it seems like you know a little about it, and maybe Vince, because I know Vince knows about it, but I know he's gonna have like a one answer that's like Event Hub should burn in hell. But it's something we could talk about, and I mean it's stuff that happens all the time, even though I don't know what happened, so I can't really. Okay, Will, take us away, Will.
Um, basically, there was an article that came out on Event Hubs, and it was like about KOF or something, and it was pretty much, I don't know if it was like actually shitting on the game, but it was just stating all these reasons of why it's not really picking up and since it released, and I didn't read most of it. I just kind of skimmed it, but it pretty much, that's like the general gist of it. And then it has like some random quotes from people, and apparently one of them was used without permission, which
All
was
of them were
Chris
used
T's.
without permission.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like it's not a good look, but it's whatever. I think not really surprised to see it on Event Hubs because they really kind of scrape for the bottom of the barrel when it comes to their articles, I believe, and it's like, I don't know. It's just really clickbaity site. Like, I
It always
don't think
has
the
been, man. It is just,
I don't think
it's
the
garbage.
writers I don't think the writers are necessarily good, and it's just like terrible. It used to be like a semi-decent way to find out news about the FGC, but
There's not like really a legit website anymore. Like back in the day, SRK was pretty legit, like up to date with tournament results. But there's not. I don't know what happened, or maybe it was like a loss, it's a lost art. You know what I mean? Like online, I guess fighting game pages. I don't know. It's weird because it's such a big scene now that you would think there would be at least one legit website that has all this information. I mean, SRK is what? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Will.
yeah, no, there was I forget what that guy's name was. It was like GZ Dustin or something. He used to make really good articles, and I want to say Ace King off suit. I think he wrote a little bit of stuff too, and I think those two guys are like way better writers, and they're more like knowledgeable in like FGC stuff. But I just don't really know where they write their stuff
man?
at.
Yeah, seriously.
But I don't know. I could probably look into that a little bit more. But yeah, it's just a shame that, like, I guess, I don't know, people are so used to using Event Hubs for whatever reason, and then it's like, you know, where else are people gonna go? I guess they're already turned away from that site.
Yeah, my biggest pet peeve with these websites are like when there's a tournament going on, and I haven't watched it, and I want to know the results like right away. And Twitter is not helping or anything. So and then nothing is on Event Hubs or nothing is on SRK, and it's just like.
Dude, if it's not a Capcom game, it's not on there. That's just what's gonna happen.
That's the shitty thing though. Like you would think that these websites cater to all fighting games. I mean, I feel like you get more news about like. I don't know. It's crazy. And then like sites like Dust Loop are just dead. Tekken Zaibatsu is dead. I mean, it's just I think if it's not on Twitter or Facebook, I mean, it's not obsolete. I don't know, but it's like this is like the Kotaku of fighting game like websites, right? Like it's just
worse, dude.
It's
I don't know what it is.
It's crazy how like do these people get paid to write these articles or are they? Is it free?
Not. If
Because
they get paid, like. They should just hire me because I think I'd write better than any of those
100%,
people.
I think anybody off the street could write better. Even Cody could write better.
probably I'll write the sickest article ever, dude, and it'll
The
be like
content would be great, but the spelling would be terrible.
that's
what would you rather have? I would rather live in a world where
because it seems like they have like if they are getting like fucking paid, right? It seems like they have like a quota, they have like a time. They're like you need to get this done. So because if you look at these articles, they're just fucking retarded, dude. Like just like this whole King of Fire ones, and then.
Dude, that article is so bad. Like in the realm of like shitty Event Hub articles, which there are many, that is like the worst one, dude. It's the worst one in a long time. There's quotes used like out of context. There's quotes used without people's permission. There's reasons that don't make any sense. There's a person who wrote it who clearly has never ever played anything besides Capcom games in his whole life.
Yeah.
There are so like
they're biased. They're like one sided, right? Like they're just biased, one sided. Like
it really comes down to, there's no good things about this article. It's just filled with crap. Like there's no redeeming factor. Number one, you got to ask yourself, why would this article even be written? Who is this for? Like, what is this doing? How could this like help anybody at all? Like how? Like what use is it to write this article? And I can't find a reason, so I really don't know what.
It's just it's like sad because like it's funny because it's another good thing that we kind of it's like really shiny right now, but like I was thinking about it because G Tekken had that post about how like are there websites that that show where like locals or casuals are at, and then we were saying that man like the only things I could think of was like event hubs. I don't even think I Play Winner is a thing that much anymore and all that shit.
I mean, there's actual news on there.
Yeah,
I can tell you that much.
No, but I mean like I think he was talking about if there is a website that tells you like venues and stuff. I think there used to be one. I think it was on I Play Winner. They had like an Excel spreadsheet or something. So I remember they put us on there or they put TTF on there, but there isn't a site like dedicated to like finding locals. Like I think it's more spread out from like Facebook and like Reddit and all that stuff. And let me turn on my mic real quick. Like Reddit. And then he was thinking of making one, and then in my head I was like, you know what? It would probably be a lot better than like event hubs or anything else, dude. But we're so like advanced right now in like the FGC, like from what we became started with and now, like you would think all this shit would like be there already, but
for some reason it isn't.
It isn't. Like there's still like a lot of scenes that people don't know about. Like somehow people don't know about where to play fighting games in San Diego, even in like LA, or it's amazing how like the world exists these days. Like we're really like relying on like computer, like Twitter and all this shit. I don't know, it's crazy, but I don't know. Yeah, just event hubs. That is our
Event hubs sucks. I think that's the footnote on the story. It's just event hubs is garbage. It always has been. Always will be, and don't click on anything they do, man. Don't visit the website. Just don't do it. For any reason. Right. I don't give a fuck what it is. Is Akuma a weak character? Don't forget about that shit.
Yeah.
Like why? Like what?
That was a classic one.
And like you said, like none of these are articles. They're just like people. I finally figured out why I love playing as Abigail in Street Fighter 5. Like, who gives a fuck about what you think?
What benefit does this article have? What am I gonna gain by reading this? Like, the answer is probably nothing. So
8 moves we would like to see toned down in Street Fighter 5. Oh, I guess that's not that bad. AE, but
at least it's relevant.
Relevant.
It's still probably sucks. Yeah.
Right.
Fighting games, man. Capcom fighting games in general have caused this. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm gonna be that guy.
You are that guy.
I'm that guy. This is why we have this shit. This is why event hubs exist. It's because of Capcom games.
Is Oni really banned, dude?
Yeah. It's a reflection on the state of Capcom games right now. Event hubs is like the dark soul of like the Capcom games. Like that's it personified. It's terrible.
It's the metal. It's the what's the universe called? The metal. Like the yeah, what is it? The dark. It's just the dark verse. Right? Yeah, that's what event hubs is, dude. And when 5 of these FGC players are together, a portal will open and release like the 5 Alex Valley nights, dude. Like, and the whole world's gonna end. Like, yeah.
Evil Henry Sons.
But yeah, okay. So let's see what else we can talk about, man. There's a lot. We can just take. You know what? Fuck it. We're taking off. What?
Were there any events? I don't know. Was there events last week?
I don't think.
Let me check about
there was.
Tekken Rambat was last weekend, the #1 tournament in America.
There was. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's true. There was
I can't believe it. There was even a stream for this event.
There was. I mean, that's kind of like working. Yeah, I don't think there are that many events.
Oh, everybody's really gearing up for Bapcom Cup and Tekken World Tour, which is
yeah. Wow, well, you know what? I just figured out, or I just I wanted to talk to you guys about it actually.
Here we are.
The layout for or the new format for the Capcom Cup, the pool thing. That's interesting to me. That's kind of like I don't know. I don't like it. But I mean,
I'm not sure what you're referencing either, so you're gonna have to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, aren't they putting like there's
groups, right?
There's like groups now, and there's a round robin, and then like they have to like play to get out, and then I think they're putting.
So it's like card games.
It's yeah.
You go in for like you go into a fucking Swiss in like your brackets and you make it out of the brackets to get into the tournament.
Yeah, something
Is
like
that what we're
that.
talking
Yes,
about?
yes. And they already have like some of the pools out apparently, right?
I saw something like that, but I
like
didn't know what
just
it
Yeah,
was.
this is all really news to me. I'm really not following anything
okay,
Capcom
okay.
related,
Let me
and I
try.
hate to be that guy. I
Let
really
me.
do. I know it sounds bad, but
Capcom
I'm
Cup
just
will
really
span
not.
3 days, and we'll. Oh
Dark
no,
Horse?
oh, I'm sorry. So I'm on Event Hubs right now, and it says that Capcom will span
Ugh.
3 days. Will not feature a group format. Okay, so we're fake news, guys. All right.
So
Oh,
you lied to me.
so
Event Hub.
we'll. Okay.
All right, that's the podcast, guys. See you next week.
What is this shit, dude?
Well, number one, you're on Event Hubs for information, which is the first mistake.
No,
No,
I'm
you're
on
not.
Smash GG now, dude.
You're not.
On ESPN.com/,
I don't know the
Sports
which is
fuck.
tab of
actually
the ESPN site.
it's actually a section of
So
ESPN.com.
if
Yeah,
okay,
Jeff's on there.
so if I look at Capcom Cup
Format?
2017, no, I don't give a fuck about the format anymore. I just want to see who's in it now, cause it's pretty much locked in stone, right? Like,
Well,
but
there's
besides
still
the last chance qualifier,
Qualifier still exists.
but who in that last chance qualifier, like, is it the bottoms, like the pretty much the bottom, like what two? So it's like NL and Sako fighting for it, or like, do you guys know the rundown to the scenario?
it's whoever wins that
Whoever
tournament.
wins that tournament gets in.
Whoever wins that tournament gets in. So they take the 32.
Correct.
So they take what spot? Oh, wow, okay.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
last chance
last chance
qualifier.
qualifier.
And then the people that are already qualified can't enter it, right?
I would certainly hope so. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense to do it.
So,
But
so there's gonna be how many people are in this tournament? There's gonna be 32 people, right? Or is it
yeah,
64?
64.
It's 64.
It's 128. It's 256. It's 32.
It's 32. Okay. So so Filipino champ is not part of it, cause he's number 32.
Correct.
Well, it really depends on what happens at this thing. If he wins it, he's in. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
then he's not.
Right.
But he can
Or
play
somebody
it.
below him magically wins that shit, and then
Well, there's a lot of
somebody
people
above
below him that
wins
can
that
magically win this
There's
shit.
some retarded shit, dude. A two-man sack race on consecutive Sundays until the champion's crowned.
The fucking the guitar the the Halo 2 gauntlet and the fucking
Yeah.
the.
And don't forget about the chance to steal, because that's a thing that
Yeah,
exists also.
that's the.
Are we going to Capcom Cup? What's gonna happen, dude? Like, are you guys are people excited for Capcom Cup?
No.
I have some interest in it. I mean, I think it's because since everything's dying down and like kind of preparing for this event, I mean, it might as well have some sort of
Significance.
something to look forward to, I guess. But
Okay,
I guess we'll
so
see what happens. Yeah.
out of all the people that are in it, pretty much whatever from we can see in this, who is a player that you would want that's not in the top 32 in this tournament? Will, like, who would you really like to see in this tournament?
Oh shit. Let me take a look.
Chris Tatarian, the number one player in my heart and soul.
Oh, your turn.
Idom. Maybe Idom.
Idom?
Man, there's no way that guy's leaving his house, dude. But I think that would be like the coolest thing ever to have Idom in the tournament.
Or Nemo.
Yeah, if this is like a real question and we're not like just fucking around anymore, then yeah, somebody local like that or somebody like Bushin style would be like funny and awesome. The likelihood of that is also really low, so I think that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, because Idom's like number 47.
Yeah, I just don't think it's possible because I just don't think he's gonna go to it. That's the reason why I think it's not possible. Not that he
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
beat all those people. I think he really could, but
Yeah,
he's just not
pretty.
going to.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean it does.
I would like to see
don't
MOV
know.
in it.
Who?
MOV?
Yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
of course. Well, that guy's just a badass, dude. I want to see that guy in everything.
He's not in it?
No, he's like 34, I think.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh. Really?
Oh, yeah, he's not. Believe it or not.
Yeah, he just got Evo top 8 2 years in a row. He like hasn't really done much besides that.
No, that's why they have E-League, dude. E-League will invite him for that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, MOV is like number 34, dude. So he's like 2.
Damn, he went to a lot of events too.
And above him is that Zhao Bao guy. So
Oh, that guy's crazy. But
Yeah.
he's kind of fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. If Idom leaves his house, that'd be tight. I think he could definitely body like a lot of those people.
He's so good, man. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up.
but it's weird though. Like you have like it's like a superhero, right? Like you have all this power, and you're not doing anything with it, and it's like, kind of like Adam. Like you have all this skill, but you're like not doing anything with it. Like, it's crazy. It's like it's sad, and it's I guess understandable because I don't know what he's like.
Oh, actually,
Well,
take
actually,
that back. Well, actually, Kichipamu. That's like
the
my
Zangief
favorite
kid.
player ever. The Zangief kid, yeah, that guy
Yeah,
is
that'd be
tight.
pretty sick, dude.
If he somehow left his house as well,
Yeah.
he could definitely win that tournament.
Yeah,
That'd be badass.
there's a lot of people in the tournament that deserve that spot, right? Like a lot of good players, a lot of players that deserve to like show what they got, and just a lot of characters that are funny, right? Like I just there's it's crazy that this tournament exists, but only 32 people can be in it. Like it would be crazy if it was like a 64-man bracket, but I understand how they want it to be a small bracket because it's like these are the best players, and you know you have there's like a year to get into it with all these like
Only
like
there's only so much time.
there's almost only so much time, and if they did like final format to fit 64 people in there, it would probably fuck up everything. But yeah, I'm personally I am excited to watch it because it's just a lot of it's gonna be a lot of crazy players, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of funny things, and hopefully they like fucking release something of AE or a new character to get people excited. But a lot of the clickbait articles are talking about Sagat, but I don't even want to know what he's gonna look like in this game. But
I'd rather he not be in this game so they don't just make him an abomination.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
me personally.
yeah, because I don't understand what they're gonna like. Just hearing ideas about him doesn't sound fun at all. But if that somehow brings people back, cool. And if
Yeah, sure. Look at like Colleen brought Sean back. Like that's fucking crazy. That's like.
but I feel like also it's gonna piss a lot of people off. Like it's gonna bring people back, and then it's gonna be like this character fucking sucks.
Yeah,
and
hopefully,
I'm done.
a Nemo comes back. You know, that'd be great for us.
Oh yeah.
I heard, hey man, who knows? All right, so but like you said, Tekken World Tour is this weekend in NorCal, and that is gonna be a cool event. Even though if you don't watch Tekken or know what the fuck's going on with it, you should all watch it because it's just a great game, and you're gonna it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy tournament. Tekken
Wait,
World
when is
Tour.
it?
It's Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday. Oh, so even better. I can actually watch it. Tekken World
Yeah,
Tour.
That's the best part about it is that it's just on Sunday and we could all fucking watch it and not miss it.
And I want to say November 9th. Why does that say November 9th? Is there something going on today, or is that just this website has the date and time on it?
That's the podcast.
That's the podcast. That's what we're doing right now.
No,
9
that's.
p.m. sharp.
Is there like a standing? So is it the top? What people are going? The top 4 or 5?
From each region, it's 4.
So-
16 people.
It's okay. So Speed Kicks is number 1, and okay, let's go over the American region. So Speed Kicks is number 1, Jimmy J Tran number 2, Anakin is number 3, Joey Fury number 4,
Really?
and then isn't it 5 because Crespo can't go? So Peeling's taking the spot. Is that
Maybe it's 5. Yeah, that's
because
maybe it's
Crespo is number 5, and then
5. Yeah,
he
top-
can't
it's
make
5
it.
and Evo winner. That's what it is. It's
So-
5 plus Evo winner. Yeah, thanks, Jake.
So Peeling is in it. So yeah, that's the thing. Like Crespo somehow can't make it. So Peeling gets the spot. So the
It's
people,
kind of sad to some people. I think it's cool.
yeah, I think it's cool. But I mean, look at the point difference though from these guys. Like, Speed Kicks has like 535. Jimmy J Tran has 495. Anakin 425. Joey Fury 415. And then in fifth with Crespo is 150. And then Peeling has 146. Look at this gap. And don't forget, there were so many of these world tours, and Jimmy J Tran only played like in the last like 3 or so, right?
Yep.
And he won them, and that's how he got this spot, man. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, the only one he didn't win was SCR.
Can you imagine if he went to? Well, he still got points for that, right?
Yeah, he did because he just didn't get first place, but he did. Really
Can you
good.
just imagine if he went to every single one? He would had like a
He
million
would've been in
points.
first place, like for sure.
That's
No
fucking. That is so hardcore of this. That's why this guy's a badass, dude. Because he just said, you know what? In his head, I'm like, I bet I can just go to these last 3 and qualify, and he fucking did, dude. All these people like that are qualified, they've been to every single one, dude. And this guy just. That's a fucking statement, dude. Like this guy.
This is the guy that if he would have been at Evo, the brackets would have been the top 8 would have been different.
I think if him
like,
and
top
Bronson
5.
were there, the brackets would be completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm setting to a little drink. But no, like this game, how this game works is, man, it's crazy. And if you look at like all the people that could have represent us, there are a lot of good names in here, dude. Like, it's crazy how much. But this point system is insane, man. So those are the 5 representing America. Europe, we got Master Raven, Tishumon. That guy's pretty cool. Blackbeard, the Josie guy. That hey, he had a Kotaku article, you know. Super Akuma, whatever. I don't know who any of these other people are though, but I only know who Tishumon and Blackbeard are because I watched Tishumon played when I was using Raven, and then I watched Blackbeard, or I know about Blackbeard because of that whole pop-off video. And
These guys are sick.
Yeah, pretty.
yeah, those two are really cool. And then the point difference in this one is like these people seem like they have more points. Like so, Tishumon has 440, Blackbeard has 306, the Super Akuma has 250, Kane and Trench has 222, and Fergus has this guy's name is Fergus McCree is 220. Oh, you know what we fucked up on too? I'm sorry guys, is that the characters they use, man.
Yeah, just in case.
Let's just look at like what's in this pool. So speed kicks. Oh, and we all know that these guys use other characters too, but their mains and what they're known for. So like speed kick uses Harwang. So
Right.
and then we have Jimmy J Tran, Brian, Anakin, Jack, Joey Fury, Paul, and Peeling Zhao Yi. So those are 5 different characters that we have. So the tournament's
Which
really
is pretty
cool.
Second start, and only one Jack.
And then now we go to the European is Tishumon, Master Raven, Blackbeard Josie, Super Akuma, Kane and Trench, Yoshimitsu, and Fergus Asuka. So that's another 5 different characters. You know what I mean?
These are not characters that you're gonna see every time either. Like,
Yeah.
especially,
So
like,
these
not
are
Josie,
see,
like
and
Yoshi
then
and Raven. Like,
and
that's
then
crazy.
I think this is where we go into the Asian Pacific is when you get like you can tell. Well, I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know. I already probably know who they are, but that's probably like Jay's like Saint in them. But I just want to like tell you guys like the comparison, right? So this is like if you look at the Asia Pacific, this shit is top tier city, dude.
Yeah, you're only gonna see.
You're used to
super
see.
godlike characters.
So JDCR, Saint, Kudans. So Kudans is kind of like the Mr. Napstar also, because he played like in the last 3 also and fucking reg. So I'm sorry, JDCR. See, I'm so excited about this tournament right now, man. It's like wow, it's amazing. JDCR, Saint, Kudans, Noroma, and Nobi. So we have Hayachi, Jack, Kudans with Devil Jin, Norumu, Jack, and Nobi Dragonite. Those are all top tier characters.
Yep.
And now there's 3 Jacks. There are 3 Jacks in the tournament. That is the only character that is a duplicate. But like I said, I've seen these guys. I've seen JDCR use Dragonov. I've seen Speed Kicks use other characters. But that's fucking crazy. Because if you look at Capcom Cup and look at the character usage, there's part, you know what I mean? Like I didn't even notice that either. But there's probably gonna be like duplicates. But of course, also, I mean, there's only a handful of people in this tournament. But I mean, it's pretty fucking amazing, dude. That there's a lot of these characters, like Ben said, that you'll probably never see in like a high level tournament.
If you had to guess like the 16 characters you would see, I don't think any of you would put a fucking Yoshi in there. That's like not real.
I wouldn't even put a Josie in there unless Crockett was in the bracket. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
like
Your boy Corn.
But yeah, that's crazy. I'm really excited about this tournament. So hopefully watch it. Oh, I don't even know when it starts. You know when it starts, guys?
1 o'clock.
Schedule?
Yeah.
It starts at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay.
And there's a special announcement after 8 or some shit.
I hope it's I hope it's not like a fucking Geese's release. Like, I hope it's not a Geese release day. I just hope it's a new character.
I really do, man. They kind of fucked up with the whole DLC thing as of late, so they kind of really need to do something cool.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Because there's still one more guest character that's supposed to be announced, but man, look how many points that JDCR got. 620. That's fucking crazy. Predictions. Who you want to win? Who you think is gonna win? I'm gonna straight up say I want. It's a tie, dude. Like America wise, I want fucking Jimmy J Tran to win.
Yeah.
But fanboy wise, I would love to see Kudans just like fucking take this whole tournament. Who I think is gonna win? It's probably gonna be JDCR, man. JDCR and Saint are two fucking those 2 guys. But then Kudans is making these 2 guys look like humans, though. That's what I'm saying. Like
He's actually taking the execution of that character to the next level
Yeah.
and making it seem like
because
well, he's just bringing out the full potential.
on
of
the tier list, Devil Jin is at the top. But I've seen people use them, but not
Yeah, the human
how they
brings
talk
that
to
character
him.
down.
Yeah.
It does. So
If it's like a because that character, man, with
you
punishing,
really have to be on point
yeah,
100% of the
yeah,
time to
yeah.
make that character function at that level.
Just watch old Tekken 5 DR like videos of Kudans, and even Alex, man, watch old videos of that guy, dude. Like,
Yep, it's fucking crazy.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Will, predictions, who you want to win, like who you think who is
Well,
gonna type of deal.
okay, yeah. I think. Well, I want Jimmy J to win for sure, because I'm biased and I haven't really watched much Tekken besides um him, I guess,
Yeah.
starting at SCR, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely would like to see him win, but realistically, yeah, it's kind of a toss-up, I guess, between JDCR and Saint. Um, so I don't know. I think JDCR could probably he has he's by far the favorite, I guess, right? Um, but
I'd
yeah,
say
I don't
so.
know. Is there any so Nee didn't make it in. Is that like a big deal? Isn't he really good? Or is he not?
Yeah,
Not
he's really
particularly
good, but
Yeah, he's really good.
I don't think he's as. I think
He
it's.
wasn't even sponsored to the last half of the year.
I think it's just one of those things where I mean I don't know if he was in all the tournaments. I've seen him going like I've seen him at the tournaments, but he would be losing to get in the top 8 to other like his matches to get in the top 8 were against I think like JDCR and Saint and all of them. And I also think it's one of those things where he's still trying to adapt to the game maybe because he's a really old player. Like Nee was like when it was Nee, Nin, Kudans were like the three gods to me back in the day, and then Kudans was like. Or Nee was the one that kept playing, where like Nin just like did the whole. I think he just stopped playing and commentated and worked on Tekken Crash and all that shit. And then Kudan,
On that corrupt shit, dude.
and then Kudan's just came out of nowhere, and then he's like, the guy. He like to me, he's like this old dog still has tricks and shit, and I don't know, but those three guys were like the gods of fucking Tekken back in the day, and it's crazy seeing at least one of the old ones like start dominating again. But I'm super excited. I mean, that's all I've been playing at the house is like, well, I mean, not really. I try to play Street Fighter 5, and then it's just I lose. And then I just remember, and I play Tekken. I just remember how great that game is, and I try to find positives in everything I play. But in the end, I'd rather just play Tekken. It's crazy that game is just so good, and like. I'm not gonna be that guy who's like, see me in Marvel, bro. See me. It's like you can beat me in this, but can you beat me in Marvel? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be that guy because they're completely different things. No one gives a shit, and they're completely different things. It's like fucking blockbuster genre. Is that what do you say? I was talking shit. He's like, oh, I was talking shit about someone playing. Like Richard was playing Filipino man, and I was like talking shit, and then like he gets mad. He's like, money match me, bro. I'm like, what? It's like I'm not gonna what? It's like yeah, 1-on-1 me on basketball, amigo. Like all right, like nah, fuck money match. Let's play basketball, bro. Like what the fuck does that mean, man? Are you kidding me?
If you ask me, people like that and the people that say I don't even play this game are two sides of the same shitty coin. Like nobody cares, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah, no one cares. You lost. Thanks for your $5, man. Like get the fuck out of here, dude.
No
like
one cares. Like let's be real,
yeah,
nobody gives a shit.
kick rocks and eat shit, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right, Vince.
Anybody that says that shit, dude, just go to hell.
Yeah. Okay, so Vince, who crowd favorite and just who do you think's gonna win?
Anybody that's playing a fucking shitty character, anybody that's playing Raven, anybody that's playing Josie, anybody that's playing like none of these top tier characters, I would want them to do well.
So no one from Asia.
Who do I think is gonna win? For some reason, I feel like nobody's gonna win.
Nobi, wow, awesome. No.
But that is that's what I think.
That's crazy.
I think that would upset the most people, so I think that would be kind of funny.
Like Japan winning?
Yeah, oh for sure.
Yeah.
Japan winning plus Dragunov winning. I think that would just upset like tons of people.
Will, I just noticed on the chart when you said knees, he got 6, man. So that's not that bad, right? I mean, he probably just lost to.
No, but I mean, he didn't qualify.
Yeah, but I mean, he was 1 away from qualifying.
Yeah, he was really close.
The only
Who won the last one?
Wasn't it Kudan's? No, it was the Japanese guy.
Tekken World Tour.
No,
yeah, that guy.
No.
Never mind. Yeah.
Excuse me. All right, but no, yeah. Hope we should all watch it on Sunday. Everyone should watch it. That'd be bad. It's gonna be.
Yeah. What's up?
All right. What's next? All right. So that was good. I like that, man. Tekken. I don't think there's not much going on. That like no events happen. I think this is just a downtime for the big ones, Tekken World Tour, Capcom Cup.
100%.
So
Everybody's just waiting to see what happens.
everyone's just waiting at LDS 8. Just so many events we're waiting for. I kept a straight face. That's good job, Cody. No, but I think this is when we talk about like the events that are and our wieners. The events that are gonna happen and where to play, and then we go into the tits and ass or the Q&A, and then that's pretty much, and that's gonna be like the 2-hour one right there. So again, thank you guys for making us what we are. Anyway, so where to play in San Diego? Oh, I guess we could talk about. No, I mean last Friday was cool. I mean we had we didn't have a TTF one. Why didn't we have a TTF that Friday? Oh, okay, we didn't have a TTF that one Friday. So that was supposed to be during the Ran Back for Tekken. So last Friday we just put them together. A lot of people came out for Tekken 7. A lot of people came out for Street Fighter 5. A lot of people just came out. I mean, Jay came out. That was really cool.
Yeah.
The Scat came out. A lot of new Dust Loop heads. I don't think they're gonna come back though, because I think Master Splinter scared them away. There's a lot of new people actually. Some guy
Yeah,
is
probably, but I mean, you never know.
some guy like is opening up some land center and he bought like pizza for everyone. So that was pretty cool.
Dude, that guy is badass, dude.
He bought, like-
Even before he did that.
He bought like 10 pizzas for everyone. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of good people there, and the tournaments were really fun. I mean, just Tekken was always fun. Tekken was crazy. Street Fighter 5. I can't even think of. I think Manny came out and got second. That was pretty cool. I guess I haven't seen that guy play in a while. He came out. Alexis and Alejandro were there. Tabeo was there. There were a lot of people. It was a really good turnout. It was awesome, and it was cool.
For every game, there was a lot of people the whole house was packed.
Yeah.
And not just with the usual jerk-offs. There were some new jerk-offs
Yeah.
too, so I think that's pretty cool.
I had a lot of fun playing in the tournaments, and then
Me too.
and then I guess tomorrow, Friday is TTF, and it's gonna be the old country for no CRT. So hopefully you guys come out. What's gonna happen tomorrow is that it's gonna be the main event is Street Fighter 4. So I mean, if you guys want to play Street Fighter 4, come out, CUM. And then there will be Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5 tournaments, a Marvel tournament if we can get one. It amazes me that there has only been 2 tournaments so far for this game. I mean,
Yeah.
does
It's
it
pretty crazy.
really amaze us, or it's just I don't know. We always get a lot of people playing. I mean, like I said, Viscat was at the house the other day. It's crazy. Like I feel like the only reason I'm learning this game is just to be another body in the tournament, to show people that I'm playing this game, so you should all play this game. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Pretty admirable.
it's
I respect it.
I mean, I got the loops down already. It's fun, but it just sucks like that. No one, I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna go into it because I feel like the last couple of podcasts were just us talking about Marvel and how shitty and
What is there to say, man? Like,
Overdone.
it hasn't already been said.
but that.
I can't be said.
And then, but yeah, anyway, tomorrow you should most definitely come out. We have 3 players coming up from Mexico City or the deepest parts of Mexico. Babusha's coming. He's bringing 2 people. The homie Ram and some other guys. They were all at the Hyperbomb actually. They're all really cool guys, man.
Dude, those guys are really cool.
So I'm just hoping that I mean they're driving up here. I think they're just driving up for TTF, man. I don't know. So
No way.
I think they are, because I asked them. No, I asked them. Oh, so you're coming up here for LDS? And he's like, and the guy was like, he was like, oh, Richard told us about it, so we might try to find a place to stay. So I was like, holy shit, man. So I really hope,
TTF, that's the place to stay.
yeah. So I like if you're from San Diego and you're listening, I hope, and you play Street Fighter 5, I really do hope you come out and like
I hope you do too, man.
just come out, man, and just let's just show these players that we haven't seen, or at least the Street Fighter 5 scene. I know there's gonna be people for Tekken 7. I can almost guarantee you that. But like always, the tourney fee, if we get 6 or less people, or I'm sorry, if we get 7 or less people, it's a round robin. If we get 8 or more, it's a double limb. There's no casual fee, there's no venue fee. The only fee you do pay is if you play in tournament, there's a tourney fee, so you pretty much pay $5. That goes to the house, and then you pay $5 per game. If you bring a setup, I take the $5 off. I mean, if everyone's super excited for Ultra 4 and they want to play, I mean, we can do like a 4 or 5 man round robin, winner takes all. I don't know. I think it'll just be cool to have one, or just all games playing. We're making money. I mean, we got one setup, man. Thanks to someone. We got a monitor. Thanks, Don. We got a monitor and a spanking new PS4, but it's just for Tekken 7 though. So, and then the rumors are true about this Twitch paycheck, that's another setup. So that's 2 like within the span of like 1 month, which is fucking crazy.
Twitch called me and said that they're not paying you. They're
Yeah.
actually gonna
So
pay you
there's
instead.
only 1 setup.
So yeah.
But yeah, just come out tomorrow, man. Fuck it, dude. And then Saturday is San Diego State 8. I don't. I'm kind of upset at myself for not promoting this event myself, just because I'm going and I want people to go and play. Cause they're promoting a lot in that page. Like there's so many cool prizes, so many cool raffles, so many cool sponsorships. There's like cosplay contests. There's like these like fucking.
The cosplay contest was like the best part about it.
There's like the fucking Overwatch trivia, and you get all these cool prizes. I mean, it's fucking. Why is this event should be humongous? I mean, it's crazy how they have an artist alleyway. I mean, they have all this cool shit, and it starts. It's Saturday. Street Fighter 5 doesn't start until like 3. So I mean, you guys should most definitely try to make it out. I mean, I have fun every time. I love going to that fucking campus.
I've only been to one, and it was like the most badass thing ever, dude. I mean, I just had to switch shifts to be able to go to this one.
I've been to a lot. I mean,
gladly, you know.
I mean, I like certain events because of certain things, but in the end, it's a badass event. You know, I like going to like, hey, so you know, I love going to these events. You walk around, you see the little SCSU honeys. You play some Street Fighter 5 with all the random people that you didn't know existed. The homie Luigi, you know, the craziest machine, you know what I mean? And it's a really fun event. I mean, I think the PC worldwide wise, it's like well promoted. It's promoted well at their school, but like,
of course. Yeah.
but I guess like to the FGC heads and everything else, they're doing like a Marvel Infinite tournament. I think their Smash tournaments do well only because the guy that runs it, he's like really into Smash and he actually goes there. So I think he spreads the word.
Of course people are going to be there. It's a real difference between the FGC in general plus esports.
Yeah.
People say there's no divide and shit, and look at this fucking tournament. You'll see that the divide is 100% real, no matter where you go.
But I will be there. Vince will be there. Apparently they want Vince to commentate, and Vince asked me to commentate with him. But the blow up last year that there was no commentator station or no stream actually. But hopefully
I have a lot of faith that it's going to happen this year. You know.
Hopefully it all goes well. But we'll be there.
The same person that did PHS, you know. So see you there.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yep.
Nice. So there will be a stream.
So I'll see you there.
There will be a stream.
90% likelihood that the stream is going to happen. So
here's the event. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, I'm gonna link that there, so you guys should all be there. And
so just come and shoot the shit with us and watch Manny win all the prizes, and we could just yell at him the whole
time.
There's a lot of funny things that you can do at this place. It's totally worth your time to go.
Yeah. Can't think. Yeah, show up or don't, dude.
You know?
Show up or do. And I think that's about it. Are we missing out on anything?
Yeah, Greg said to start the podcast over, so can we do that real quick?
Start the podcast over? Alright, I got you.
Alright,
I'm gonna beat you guys. Ready?
Alright, thanks. Don't beat me.
Start the podcast over, guys. Alright. We're back. This is the TTF podcast.
Hey everybody,
we're just starting, right?
Hey, we're just starting, Greg. So what do you guys who do you think is gonna win Capcom Cup, Will?
What?
Alright, next question. Okay. So I think we're all done with that, right? I mean, is there anything else to talk about? Like what's going on in San Diego?
No, that's pretty much the big things. Show up on Saturday, man, and show up Friday too. There's no reason to not show up to either of these things.
Because if you're gonna play Street Fighter, I mean, Street Fighter at Capcom Cup at LDS doesn't start until 3:00, right? So I mean, you still can fit in 6 hours of sleep somewhere. I don't know.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It just sucks being like a FGC like freak and then just like no one just hurts my heart. Kind of like Phil's question that he has on his thing. But so let's get into that. Vince, I kind of want to start with you today. So Vince, pick something out of the hat right here.
Let's take a look at this. You know what? Why don't we answer our boy Gerard's question?
All right.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yeah. Start off. Yeah, the popcorn. I did that at work today. No one knew what I was talking about, so I had to teach the kids popcorn reading.
That's they're like too smart.
And they all freaked out, dude. So. All right, go ahead, Vince.
Well, anyways, Gerard asks, I have a good last-minute one. Why is SD, a city historically known for its Marvel prowess, not putting any effort into MVCI at all? Don't get me wrong, I understand that the game is not all that great, But is it so bad that the community seems to want to abandon it?
All right.
That is the question.
Okay.
And, here we, yeah.
Here we go again.
All right.
If you
So
want to answer that, go ahead.
what I personally think is that all the people that were dedicated. Okay, so when you say Marvel, well, like San Diego is a city historically known for its Marvel powers, or what does that say? Prowess. Prowess. Okay, but you got to think of the players who made it historical. You think of the players. You think of Shady K. You think of Ascant. You think of Clockwork. You think of Genghis. You think of you think of those guys. You think of those guys. Those are the guys that made Marvel historic in San Diego. Those are the guys that when Marvel gods like Yipes, like Sanford, Sue Mighty, all these guys. When these guys see these people at tournaments, they bow down to these guys. They I've seen it happen multiple times. I've seen people kneel to Tong and calm Sir. It happens, but then they're gone. They're gone. So these players that made our scene, the motivators, the people that found all this crazy tech and shit, they're gone. Or they try to play it and then they're just not interested. They're busy. They're going to school. They don't care. They're only going to show up to this event because they're getting something. Blah blah blah. It's not the fire. It's maybe the fire is out. So when you say that the community seems to abandon it, the community didn't abandon it. It's just these players it hurts me to say it, but you got to grow up, right? Sadly, you have to grow up, and these games. Sometimes video games are not a top priority to anymore. Yep. Sometimes you just lose people. Sometimes shit happens in the scene. Sometimes, just bad things happen and you don't show up. Sometimes just life happens, or it's just you can't make time. Read Jay's post. That guy just works and works and works. And the one time he got a Saturday off, where did he go? He went to TTF and he played for like fucking. Yep. He was the first one there, and it hurt me watching that guy sit there for like 30 minutes by himself playing like practice mode, until people finally showed up. But to me, that's
at least they fucking showed up, man.
But they showed up,
and that's something I thought was not gonna happen.
and all these new players that you got from like Marvel 3, and all the people that we considered are better players like Polo, Forrest. I can't even think of anyone else. Deus Ex can be part of that, like, OG thing, and he's Rusty. And then I just think of why they're not playing, or why, it's the same thing. Work, their schedules are different, and maybe they just don't like the game. We don't know. I don't know. I don't talk to them. I don't know anything about these guys. Maybe like. I don't know. The only people I see playing Marvel at the house are all the TTF heads, and I don't see one LDL member or anyone that's like considered a hardcore MVC3 player. I mean, Hudson, that guy's playing crazy. Ernesto is fucking begging Goblin. Gerald, if he's there, it's crazy. Like I don't know what happened. I just think it's the fire isn't there, man. People are not. The fire, the passion, it's not there. It's not there anymore. I mean, these players, the OGs, like they traveled hard. They drove across country. They drove to locals in other states. They go anywhere. These are just locals. You don't see that shit no more because everyone is just fucking they're bitches. They're lazy.
Games are not worth traveling.
It's not. But that's a different story, because to people that are just to people like me, I would do that. I don't give a fuck how I would drive to fucking I would drive if I didn't have to work on Thursday night or Thursday mornings. I would be at Wednesday night fights every fucking Wednesday. But in reality, I have to wake up at 5, dude. It's not gonna happen. The only way that would happen is if I drive it myself. But I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather drive. If I drive with Richard, I'm there until fucking 4:00, man. If they would not stream every single the finals on one stream, I would probably be able to make it there. But for some reason,
every like 6 minutes for no reason.
Jesse, I read a tweet that Jesse won the tournament for Street Fighter V, but he didn't leave until like 4:00 because all the games prior to that had resets in their grand finals. I think we're at a point in time that We all have so many dedicated streamers, and the people will watch what they want to watch. If they want to watch 3 games, they will open 3 windows and watch 3 games. It's not fair for the viewers, for the players, to be punished by staying like out that late. I mean, yeah, it's cool that like, oh, I think the latest is like 1 or 2. I mean, and you can't really be like, oh, if you're a dedicated player, like it's not fair, because you could be a dedicated player, but you're a dedicated player that has to get up like at 5.
Yep. And it's just not fair. I agree 100%. Like, it's just, I don't think there's any reason for that shit to happen, but it happens all the time. So I guess nothing's gonna change.
But to answer your question about last minute, why is SD a city historically known for its Marvel prowess not putting an effort? I think the fire is gone, dude. It's I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not being a dick. I just think it's not there, man. It's an ember. It's an ember right now. It's an ember. It's just a little flame waiting to ignite like a giant bonfire, to start the next. Because the ember is only in with like it's Gollin, it's Hudson, it's Ernesto, it's Gerald streaming, like it's the people that I don't know, it's just not there. It's not there. It's sad. It's really sad. So that's what I think. I think all the people that had the fire that you're talking about, they're not playing no more. And when they did play, they showed results. J1 Evo, Tong at least got 2 top 8 performances in Marvel 2. Shady K, I mean, these guys made Marvel 2.
Yeah.
But I don't, and
Clockwork, C-dubs.
Clockwork,
he's doing pretty damn good right now. So
he's doing really good.
But he's not. I mean, he's not in San Diego anymore. So I don't know if he is in the equation still.
So it's just it's sad. It's sad. It's lit. But yeah, it's what our city has become, dude. Like that's it, man.
Rip.
Like I said, there's a difference between casual and passion, and then it's crazy. Like, if I can make a career somehow out of streaming and playing fighting games, I would do it 100%. But
Yeah.
in reality, I'm living like paycheck per paycheck, and
Probably 98% of us are doing the exact same thing.
yeah,
So yeah,
that's good.
just not. It's just
It's not gonna happen.
a dream for now.
It's a dream. It's a really big dream that I can only hope one day becomes a reality. But yeah, thank you, Gerard. And from the news I hear about Saturday, I hope it's true, man. Thanks. All right, Will, you want to pick something off of here?
Yeah, did you have any thoughts on the question, Will?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Will. Will, did you have a? Yeah, I'm sorry. You too, Vince. Will, no, that's my bad. I was just really into that.
Thinking, like, is all the, I don't know, I don't know how to word this, but since the last iteration of Marvel, like, is it up to like the guys that kept playing that game to like keep the flame going, like pass the torch on to like the new generation, or is it just like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Cause like the OGs like Tong and Jay and all those guys, I'm sure they like inspired like a lot of the up and comers to like play the game and stuff like that, or maybe, I don't know, want to get competitive, and then maybe those guys like started doing well and whatever, maybe at the end of Marvel 2 and then into Marvel 3 or something like that. And so like, are those guys like responsible, or I don't know. I guess I like understand shit happens, but I don't know. Like, how's that supposed to work?
Well, I would really do think that, people that so claim they're San Diego Marvel, the people that drove to undefeated for Marvel, Shogun, Earl, Tree Killer, Gollin, those guys, like, you would think that those guys were the most excited for Marvel Infinite, but I have never seen any of them play. I do hear they do casuals at Dan's and stuff, but I've never heard any. Like, the only person that I've seen results in the tournament for at like Wednesday night fights are Gollin and Toki and Forrest.
Yep.
Forrest got second at Northwest Majors, but I don't even know where he plays. He's probably just an online beast, man.
I think he got third on Wednesday also, or he got third or fourth.
Okay, well,
week
those
too,
are like
so-
those are, I guess, when you think about it, I guess that guy's like putting SC on his back. But does he even claim as? It's like that's too much.
knows,
That's
man?
too much like responsibility for like one person. Like to put it's like Richard already does it. He puts like all of SC on his back, man. Like you like you don't want that for anyone. You just want people to play and just do what they do. Like you can represent San Diego, but like when I talk to Richard about like when he does good at tournaments and stuff, and I go, hey man, like good shit, I'm proud of you and all that shit. And then he always tells like, yeah, like I want trying to fight for all of San Diego. And I always tell him, dude, like don't fight for us, man. Like just
Yeah, man.
do it for you, man. If we're not worth
Good
it,
for you.
seriously. It's like too much pressure
We're
to.
not. Thank you though. You know.
No, it
The
is.
sentiment is there, and I love it. But I mean, fuck, man. Like,
It's just
there's not much else to say.
that's too much. It's too much, like responsibility for like one person, man. Like, and you know, you're gonna fail, man. Don't worry about it. You know, you're just people fail, people win. Like, just do it for you. Fight for like Ivan Drago. You know, fight for you, man. Fight for me, dude. Because it sucks when we rely on one person. Like I don't want to be that guy. Like, you know, everyone's cheering for you, and then like you're like, damn, like this is all we have is Richard. Like, no, we have a lot of good players, man. Like, and when they all do like travel up to, I think we do. When they all go to Wednesday night fights, like half of SD, all the people that went there are at ninth, or two of them are in, top 8.
Yep.
That's fucking
true.
super, dude. Yeah, this is a super like depressing subject, but it's reality.
Yeah. I kind of want to get it out of the way now, dude.
Yeah.
I see the question there every week, and I'm like, nobody really is gonna bring this up unless I do it. So.
I
here we
mean,
are.
look at the turnouts in reality, dude. It's just 7 to 8 people for Street Fighter, 14 people for like Tekken, and people are complaining about Wednesday night fights not having enough players. Like, oh, there's only 20 people, it's not worth the drive. I wish there were fucking 20 people at the house, man. Like,
You kidding me, dude? Yeah, we get that for Tekken. That's cool, you know.
and then I see a lot of
what
people
about
like,
this game?
I don't want to drive out. It's not worth my time. It's like, fuck, man. Like, really? Like, it's crazy. Like, what have like we become? Like, when we were younger, I remember my first goal when I got my license was I wanted to get my license so I can drive to like AI and Super Arcade, and I did. I did every fucking Ranbat. I went to AI, every Street Fighter or every Tekken tournament. I went to Super. I went to Tilt. I drove everywhere. I drove like a madman. I went when Street Fighter 4 first came out Super. I was there every other. I would get off of work, drive to Super or AI, and then go back home, and on a work day and go back work. And I would love to do it again, but there's no reason to do it anymore. Cause, like you said, like why would I travel for this game? I'm not gonna travel to play casuals. I used to go to fucking UCI Ranbats back in the 4 days, dude.
Yep.
um.
I could just go to AI just to play, just to put a fucking quarter in the machine, man.
Yeah.
Like I was never there for tournaments.
But like I said, if I had Thursday mornings off, I would be at every Wednesday night fights. But I don't have Thursday mornings off, so that's why I try to make it, and then I try to make it as much as I can. But it's a shitty subject, and it's just I don't know. Will got your Vince? Do you have anything you want to put in to
It's not
close
very
it?
nice. I mean, we could skip it unless you really want to hear it.
No, fuck it, dude. They deserve to hear it.
All right, man. It's like, why is like let me go back to the question so I can read it and not fuck anything up. Or did you already delete it?
No, I didn't delete it. I did delete it. Wait.
Control Z.
Okay, never mind. That's just a Facebook event. Control Z.
That's the Facebook question. Thank you.
Okay, I deleted it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why is San Diego not doing that well at Marvel? Well, number one, why aren't they showing up? Number one, we couldn't get them to show up for Marvel 3, so there's really no difference in my eyes. It's just more of the same. I mean, we did a podcast 2 years ago. And
You know what's funny?
You're saying the
That-
exact same things right now.
That podcast, it showed up on my memory wall. Like, I think yesterday, and
Yeah.
it just laughed. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we're saying the same things now that we said 2 years ago. So in reality, I mean, we can't make you fucking come out. So you either show up or you don't. And number two, I think probably 98% of the people playing Marvel right now are really not creative enough to do well when the game comes out because I just don't think they have it in them until things are found and they can develop things based on that. I just don't think they have it in them to place highly with things that they're going to develop by themselves.
I think this game is just overwhelming. Like I was talking to Jay and Gerald about it. It was like the reason I didn't play it is because I was scared. I was too overwhelmed about. It was just I was watching it and it was just I was scared of it. And I was just like, this is crazy, man. Like the whole tag, like the counter tag, and just I don't know. I think it was really hard to pick up.
Yeah, people say the same thing about Guilty Gear, but
I think Guilty Gear's a lot easier. That's just me though. Like everyone, you know what I mean. That's just me though. That's just me.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're playing Leo.
Yeah.
Well, I was playing Potemkin and fucking the other ones. Like, just I just think
that's
it's easier.
another really easy character.
Yeah, totally.
In Accent Core?
No, it is. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I know. Okay, good. I can't see your face, so I can't tell if you're
Oh, yeah.
joking or not. So
I was joking. I don't think that. I don't. What like unless I don't know. San Diego Marvel scene is garbage, dude.
Gear for sure. I 100% think it takes more brain power to play Guilty Gear because you have to make relevant decisions
Yeah.
instead of pressing a button and pressing tag, and then it's safe, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess YRC is the other side of that coin. YRC is pretty retarded, but as a whole, like, there's no way, there's no comparison. But that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, this subject sucks, dude.
TLDR, fuck you, Cody. I don't know. What do you want from me?
All right, who's here? Oh, yeah, Marvel San Diego scene sucks ass, dude. San Diego Marvel scene is garbage. Yeah, exactly. And I can't wait for someone to say, oh, you know.
Well, actually, hey, come out and tell me I'm a piece of shit, dude. But first, you got to show up to the fucking event. So I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen because they don't want to show up to my house, dude. They don't want to drive 5 minutes. I don't know. Fuck it. All right, what else is on here? Shit got real. Okay, you know what? Let's cheer up the environment and answer Dre's question. If you guys were serial killers, what weird thing would you do so that investigators would know the murders were related? I kind of took time in thinking about this, but then I kind of forgot. But do Will?
Yeah, Will. Why don't we start with Will?
Let's start with Will, because you know.
No way. I haven't even thought about this one.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I'll start you off then. I was thinking. So when you're a serial killer, right? You're either like a really smart one, or you're just like a really fucked up one. You know, it's just that's whatever. So the funny thing was, I was thinking of I would leave hair dolls of my victims. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's one. And I was thinking like then I was thinking like Batman, like the Riddler. I really like the Riddler and like how he like. So maybe your thing would be you would leave clues and riddles to your next victim, so that they could stop it if they could, and if they couldn't, then
Isn't that the plot of something?
Yeah, I mean it's a plot to a lot of things. Batman.
The Riddler.
Oh.
It's a plot to like a lot of things, dude. Okay. What? Along Came the Spider or Kiss the Girls with Morgan Freeman. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of movies. Seven.
Oh, it's a pretty overused trope, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's still good. Or the miniature killer from CSI. You leave little miniature figurines and you know what I mean. But create like I don't know. There's the hair doll thing is funny. I don't know, man.
What would you do, Will?
Yeah, what would you do, Will?
I'd
shit on your.
I'd write out in DBK, by their body.
Make it real easy to solve and shit.
Yeah.
They put it in Google and your Twitch and Twitter pop up. Like that's a crazy question, dude. Like what would like?
It'd be cool, like did the Joker like leave a Joker card or something? That'd be cool.
Yeah, for a while he did. Yeah, like a calling card.
Something like that.
Yeah. At first it was like that,
But then he just became open about
And then it was pretty obvious after that, so
yeah.
There's no reason to.
Just the laughing gas and just slitting, Bicky Baki Batman.
But yeah, I don't know. I think
it's a tough question. I know.
I don't really think of what my gimmick would be. If I was a serial killer.
Be the Frighteners guy, dude. Just carve a number into their head and shit, dude.
Yeah, like the Frighteners, the #1 movie of all time.
In Arizona somewhere, dude.
Yeah, man. If only I still had that movie. I don't know how it ends.
All right, Vince.
I do the same thing I do before I leave TF every time. Take a dump in the top part of the toilet and flush. That's it, dude. That's the calling card for sure. Sorry, that was me, by the way.
Oh man, that'd be badass. Dude. Damn, that's a crazy question. Hair dolls, riddles, the DBK, and taking a dump.
Suggestion box for Dre. Like, is he gonna do this now? Like,
the Starbucks killer, dude. Every time this guy kills someone, he leaves a Pokemon lure up into the the Pokestop. Like, he leads his victims to a Pokestop with lures late night and kills them, which really happens, dude. So.
Pretty good.
Cause that really happened, dude. What are you talking about, man?
What?
Yeah, all the those like late night lures and people just get beat up and shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's all Dre.
Oh,
All right.
Starbucks.
Who?
Right?
Will, your
Starbucks.
turn.
um, what/when do you consider the golden age of TTF? By I don't know who
Let's tryouts.
asked that. It doesn't say.
So more for Cody, but of course everyone can answer. What/when do you
Oh, Triarchs, I
consider
guess.
for a golden age for TTF, and what was about your absolute favorite match that happened off stream and on stream at TTF? So when you say golden
That's a
age,
good question.
that's like the best, right? Like it was like probably your like all time favorite, and right, like
Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah.
when it was the best.
I think when it was the best is Vanilla, Street Fighter 4 Vanilla, and Marvel 3 Vanilla. It was always good. I mean, like Tekken 5, like in the beginning Tekken 5 and all that. Like there's like handfuls of people. It was sick. Then Street Fighter 4 came out, and somehow like, cause the 09er thing was real. It was like a baby boom. I mean, it was a 09er boom.
For sure.
And that every Friday, literally, you would have 60-man brackets at the house. LA would be coming down in cars. There'd be like 4 cars full of LA players. The team tournaments were out of control. Players like like Tong, like all these old school players were coming back. It was just crazy. That like it was every Friday was crazy. It was Vanilla, Super, and the one after that I think was like pretty crazy. And then I forgot what point where it kind of died down, where there was a couple of TTS where only like where no one would show up. Like no one would show up.
Probably
2
Arcade
people would
Edition.
show up. But yeah, Marvel 3 always had hype team tournaments, and just it was just the vanilla days were the best days, I would say. Tekken 5 and vanilla days were the best days. And then I would and people would like Box Arena was still there, everyone was still there, and then they would, they always ask the same question. Like, or other people venues like, oh, how do you get so many people? It's because I would drive up to other tournaments and talk to the players, get to know the players, talk about TTF, and that was just a good time to do it because everyone was so hungry to
Yeah,
come
people
out
actually
and play.
wanted to play the game.
And then then even the boxing started doing that. They would go out to tournaments and talk about their events, and they would also have really cool tournaments. So you would have TTF events and boxing events with all these fucking people. They would get like, since they had Saturday events, they would get Combo Fiend, Alex, all those guys were coming down to play these tournaments. You know what I mean? Teams were crazy. It was like Shady
was
K,
there,
yeah, Gamerby. You would get Shady K and who was
Mike
that
Rawson.
team? Shady K and like Mike Rawson team. It was like like Combo Fiend and Alex Valliant team. It was like even like and then that was a sick match too. It was like I think it was like Combo Jack and Shady K versus Alex Man and Legade, and I think they won. Like Legade, I don't know. It was a 2v2. That team was fucking, I don't know. So yeah, Vanilla 4 was probably Vanilla 4. Yeah, Vanilla, Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3 was a really really strong, awesome scene. Favorite matches, stream, off stream, I don't know, man, because there were some matches that weren't at TTF. They're at the boxing arena. Like my favorite match, one of my favorite memories at the boxing arena tournament, it was they used to do a tournament called Rumble in the Park, which was at like a what's a streetwear like clothes store. Doesn't exist no more. But the 2 best players I considered back in the day, besides like Shady K and them, was Alex Man and Legade were the 2 best players. So at that tournament, it was a pretty big tournament. Like a lot of the San Diego heads were there. Like it was really big. It was nice. It was a really nice turnout. Joe Dubs came down because that guy would always like come to TTF and shit. And then Jay was there. And then the first this is when it was kind of like, man, like they didn't like people really didn't understand what seeding was. Like they didn't understand what seeding was. So what happened was usually what I would do was look at the brackets and say, oh, this is pretty good. But I showed up late and whatever. And the first match of the tournament was Alex Man versus Legade.
Nice.
And do you want to know what grand finals was in that tournament? It was Alex Man
Same
versus
thing.
Legade. You know what I mean? Like,
Bracket?
yeah, no, and there was like it was a big ass bracket too, and then it was like and then I think to get into grand finals, because Alex Man was in grand finals. I think Alex Man actually ended up winning, or Legade. It was either one of those two. I don't remember. If I look at the old TTF website, the results are there. But I just remember because Joe Dubs was using Geef at the time, and the match against him and Legade was fucking insane, dude. It was just like because like Chris fucked him up. Like he would literally every time Joe Dubs would jump in, he hit every. So there's like 3 matches. It was 3 out of 5. So He hit like 6 Raging Demons. He hit a Raging Demon every single time. It was fucking sick. And then I think the match, grand finals, was literally last game, last hit, man. Like that's how intense that tournament was. I just always remember that because the first match was Legate versus Alex Man, and then the last match in grand finals was Alex Man versus Legate. So that was crazy. And then favorite match at the house was probably it wasn't streamed. It was Marvel 3. It was Tong. It wasn't even like a tournament. It was just a. It was it. It was like it was after hours, and it was Tong versus Viscant, and it was only there was only like 5 people in the backyard. I remember because it was Tong, Jay, me, Gerald, I think Diato, and like Scoot, like some other people people were like really in the Marvel 3, and they just played a first to 100 without knowing they were playing a first to 100, and it was so quiet. And at the time, my ex was living with me, and I was still with her. So then like she was just pissed off because it was so late, and she wanted like it was, and then I just told her like just go back and you know what I mean. It was because it was that intense. You know what I mean. That was the sickest thing ever because at that time like those 2 players like Jay won Evo, but like Tong was like right behind him. You know what I mean? Like Tong was right behind him. You know what I mean? Like it's that was a really intense match. I mean, there's probably like a lot of more intense matches like I can think of like
But that's a personal one. Yeah.
That's a
So
personal
like
one.
The most important one.
Like fucking I was sick and I didn't see it, but when I rewatched it, like Corey Bell versus Adrian at the amateur hour tournament, that seemed pretty cool.
That shit was really cool.
Vince's match against Corey Bell, B-Rye versus J Flow,
Yeah.
Will versus J Flow to get into the fucking 5v5. There's a lot of little matches. Rico versus Watts in the Emperor Cup.
Rico versus anyone.
Rico versus anybody.
Will versus the World and Turbo. You know, like.
Oh, that shit was so.
But personal wise, I think those 2 matches were like really. Sloth Hands versus like a Yeb and Kenai and shit. Oh my god, dude! Like there are so many. Or even me, like we had a team tournament and I beat Yeb and Nemo. That was a really cool team tournament. And then like Legate wasn't even on my team. Was Legate? Yeah, he was on my team and he was popping off so hard, man. Like that shit was funny, dude. But yeah, that was So like the golden age of TTF, like T5, Street Fighter 4 Vanilla and Marvel Vanilla, and those matches pretty much like the Tong versus Viscant and like the whole Legate Alex Man Rumble in the Park debacle were pretty much bad, and all those little, and there's like I said, there's a bunch of little matches that I really do enjoy, that I remember. Alexis versus Manny, of course, just all that shit, man. But yeah. Vince and Will, I know you guys just started showing up around like the end of 4 and the now, but do you guys have any?
Well, at least when I started.
At least favorite matches wise, like you guys have any cool matches that you guys liked watching, or just you remember?
You wanna go first,
mentioned. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I feel like this is a really easy one, man. The number 1 match on stream is the Double Perfect, man. Like, what else could it possibly be, dude? That is like the greatest match of all time, dude. Like, it has 1 million views. It is getting Cody millions of dollars on YouTube. It's the greatest match of all time. People outside of our area know about it.
Oh, I get money off that match? No, sure. Yeah.
Like all that shit, man. That shit was so funny, dude. And off stream, I don't know, man. Like I guess all of, like the 3E matches, some of them were on stream, but some of them weren't. So
well, the bank one isn't on stream. That's the best one too, man.
Yeah, like,
that's sad.
That shit was fucking crazy, dude. It's like it's what created like all this horrible thing that we have now, man. So like, how could it not be that? It has to be those. So there's been so many good matches though. In the golden age, I haven't been around long enough to say that shit. Maybe we're in it right now, man. I hope not, but like we'll see what happens.
Nah, man, definitely.
I think I'd rather jump off the waterfall right now, man.
I'm pretty sure, as soon as the death spikes were out, it was the golden age was over, in my opinion. So I mean, I don't know.
All right.
We'll have to see where it goes.
Will?
Yeah, well, I think like when the time I started showing up, I think it was definitely the Dark Ages, or not the Dark Ages, but I think it was way past
the Dark Brown Ages.
Yeah. God damn it. So yeah, I mean, obviously, like the Golden Age was probably, like you said, Cody, the Vanilla and Super time period. But as far as like the sickest matches, I think I I always thought it was funny when it was like towards the end of Ultra, but when Jed beat Alexis.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
don't know. It was just like so
That-
random, and it was like
That match
the
was
end
so
of
sick too.
the end of the game, and I don't know. That always thought that was really funny. I want to say like Jumbo when Jumbo beat Legade at that one team tournament.
That was pretty
I
sick
thought
too.
I thought that was
No,
pretty
no,
sick,
no,
but I
no,
don't
no,
know
no, no.
if
You
they
mean
really count that.
Greg beating Legade, right?
Huh?
Greg beating Legade?
Was it Greg or I thought it was
It,
Jumbo?
it's because Greg beat Legade and then Jumbo beat Greg after that. Because that was my team.
Yeah, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
But,
And then he kicked it in the water fell and like the stick in it.
I feel like he wasn't mad and shit. Like Chad pulling the thing out, the stick out, dude. He's not mad. It's like, yeah, totally, dude.
Yeah, Bert.
When Ray set the headphones down.
And he put him back on. That shit was pretty sick too.
Yeah.
It was on stream, but it was captured, by an anonymous source and turned into a GIF.
Could be anyone.
It could have been.
Shout out to that guy, wherever he is. But yeah, J Flow versus B-Rai I think was pretty sick. Was it B-Rai or
It was B-Rai.
E-Rai Yoon. It could be anybody.
yeah.
Hugo versus it's when he picked Hugo. That's why it was so cool.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it sucks like kind of missed the golden age, but I mean we're
in it right now, dude. This is it, man. We have insane Marvel tournaments, dude. One man bracket. The mayor.
I think I don't know. It's still early. We have plenty of time.
Damn, Jackwick versus Triax was pretty sick. Both of them were. Yeah, any of the Triax call-out wall matches, dude, those are pretty sick too.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a big part of history also.
Dude.
You can't forget that.
Never forget that Karen beat Triox, but Audric didn't, dude.
Yeah, dude. That was badass.
That wall was so sick, dude. That wall was.
Of, SD history, like that shit has got to be somewhere near the top, dude. The call-out wall was sick, man.
Yeah, bring it back.
Oh, we need to bring Tim back, dude.
We need to bring Tim back, dude. That's why we're in the Dark Ages, dude.
Yeah, if Tim was here, everything would be fine.
All right, who's it on? The Vince?
Cody?
Is it me?
I went first.
I think we should end it with the whole Kenny thing, because I know that can go on for a little bit longer, but I mean, I don't have work. No, it's the whole, like, I mean, it was kind of already answered, but I think just throwing R3 cents in, it was the whole, I think I didn't put it down. It's on the... Find it for you guys. Should talk about HM Wilbert. So, what's HM, Will? Alexa's asking that, dude. Should talk about HM Wilbert Ramos. Is that an inside joke from you guys?
Oh my god, he's frozen.
Dude. Did Will just leave after I said that? Was that a trigger? Did I like trigger like an assassination thing, dude?
You kill it, dude. I'm watching it now, dude. He's just frozen.
I can't see anything, dude. Will, hello?
Frozen. There
Hello?
he is.
Hey,
Hello?
What's up?
What's up?
Am I here?
Yeah.
What happened?
Did me saying HM trigger anything, dude? Was that?
Hey,
No, I
has
like-
a self-destruct mechanism been performed or what?
Yeah, execute order 66. No, I was just like that. What was the question?
Alexis just posted should talk about HM. Then he just tagged you in it.
That's Hot Megan.
Oh!
Not the fake Hot Megan, the real actual Hot Megan.
All right.
That's all that is.
All right. Anyway, back to Kenny's question.
Yeah.
Kenny pretty much said, I feel like I asked a lot of people this, and maybe it's annoying, but I still don't really understand. Ignoring fundamentals like spacing, punishing, frame traps, etc., what is strategy in fighting games outside of going in or staying out? And how do you know when it's good to change up your strategy in a match? Kenny, it's never an annoying question. I mean, if that sounds like a pretty legit question. And, like, we kind of know where the trolls and all that shit come from. And, like, I can tell you and the cool thing about Tekken 7 is that a lot of the players want to get good in that game. And the beautiful thing also is that we have multiple, like, pros and shit. You know what I mean? So, and then, Onagai, Got Soy Milk, Leo, Pickle, they're all willing to, put in their 2 cents and everything. Which is fucking crazy. And it's crazy because they actually listen. But I'll start off first.
Is this on the document?
No, it's not, because there was like,
Okay.
It's the
Here.
invisible part. The part where it says podcast 93 and there's all that space. That's where Kenny's
Oh,
question
okay.
is.
I'll put it on there just if you just want to read it real quick. Yeah. I'll put it right there, just to like oh, it's there. There you go. Okay. So in the end, you're saying what is the strategy in a fighting game outside of going in or staying out? I mean, I can tell you my strategy if that's gonna help out. I mean, cause I always
Or
play.
is this like a? You want me to go into it? Or?
Yeah, well, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Cause I always like your inputs when this happens.
Mm,
Are you frozen again?
no. Hello.
He's thinking real hard about how to get gay, dude.
I'm reading it. What is
Yeah,
the
you reading the last part?
strategy?
Here, I'll highlight it for you.
um, shit. Actually, this.
Oh, it's reversed. Never mind. You can't read it. Sorry.
It's multifaceted. What is the strategy? A fighting game. Damn. I don't know. I don't have a strategy. Well, I was gonna say like you go into spacing and fundamentals, but then he says ignoring that, so then that's out of the window. So what? That's a strategy, huh? I mean, then you would be going into reads and player knowledge.
Well, maybe you want to talk about that then, because that's what I was gonna kind of get into.
I guess. But it's so hard to use like Street Fighter 5 as an example because I don't think it's a good example of like
It's not.
a solid fighting game because there's things you do in Street Fighter 5 that work, but it's like you would never do it in any other game because it's like retarded. But yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
maybe you can give your example in Street Fighter Five, and then I can try to tekken it out. You know what I mean? I mean, just try, dude. Like, it's not we don't have nothing to do tomorrow. Do you have work tomorrow? I don't have work tomorrow. Vince, do you have work tomorrow?
I do. Actually, I'm already 40 minutes late for work, so we gotta wrap it up.
All right.
Yeah, I have to write a 50-word essay actually.
A 50-word essay?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I have plenty of time, dude, so you can just take your time.
Will, go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, this question's pretty tough actually. I don't know. You go into, damn, because I was gonna use frame traps. Oh man. Pass. Go ahead, Vince.
I mean, if I really can't answer it in any of these terms that would make sense, like the ones that are in the boycott list here, I would say you got to play to your strengths. What are you good at personally as a player? For me, the answer is not execution. My execution is really, really bad. So I can give you an example from Street Fighter 4. Like I couldn't really do much in that game because I couldn't really do any of the advanced max damage combos and shit like that. But what I really would do in that game is I would crutch a lot of my reactions. If I saw somebody do a fireball, I would pump ultra and do that shit real quick. If I saw somebody focus, I would do that. I would wait to see what was happening and I would use my reactions to back up the fact that my execution was hot garbage. If I saw somebody jump, I would do the right anti. I would jump back and hit a button, or I would jump neutral jump. I would do crouching fear so I could see what was happening, and I would use that as a way to try to like snake wins out and shit.
Yeah,
And also, it didn't work later on. So
and it also feels like in the earlier stages, it gives the illusion that you know what you're doing, and it kind of scares your opponent to back off for a little bit too.
yeah, and once people really know about that, it's like, oh, I better not do this when I'm playing this guy. It
Yeah.
gives you a little bit more freedom to take more risks or play a little more risky. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, since I can't answer your question with like the basic things of like, you really need to know the game knowledge. You need to know what type of player you're facing. Is this a guy that's buttons happy? Can I frame trap this dipshit? Like, you really have to get a feel for like what's going to happen. And that leads into the next part of when you know how to change up your strategy. Like, let's say, like, this guy's not giving me anything to react to. What the fuck am I going to do now? Well, I guess I got to rely on my shitty offense and my crappy execution now. So I'm probably not going to win, but I got to at least try because this guy is really not doing anything. He's just doing low forward and he's not fireballing and he's not throwing fireballs. He's doing a lot of fakes and stuff. And I can see that he's doing fakes. So I guess it's my time to walk forward and do something.
Yeah.
It's time to be proactive instead of reactive. And you kind of have to get a feel. Like if you get blown out the first game, it's like, well, how did I lose? And not just what happened at the end of the match, because that is not how you fucking lost. You lost before that, for sure. You need to think of the things that led up to you losing the round. And you need to see if there's something that you can change in there. Well, did I lose because I was waiting for this idiot to? Let's use the Street Fighter 5 example, a very common one. I'm waiting for this guy to dash in. He never dashes. He jumps every fucking time, and then I get jumped in on twice, and then I die. How did you lose? You were waiting for a fucking dash that never came, and this guy jumped. So it's like you better not look for just one thing. You better be either in a range where that's not an option. You better be further back or closer forward, so that you don't have to deal with that kind of option. You'll be ready to do something else instead.
Yeah,
I can
then,
only
like,
give you examples like that. And I know Tekken well enough to give you an example for that because I'm pretty shit garbage at Tekken. So I really can't help you in that regard. But basically, these are things that you should ask yourself in any type of game. Like why am I getting why the fuck am I just getting hop kicked all day? Is like why am I ducking so much? Like that's the question you should ask yourself. Why did this thing do like a guerrillion damage to me? Oh, I pressed the button. Was he plus after that? I don't know. I better ask him or some shit. Like you have to ask yourself questions while you're playing. You can't just be autopiloting. You have to be thinking about what you're doing while you're playing. That's, I guess, the only answer I could really give you that would fit all those situations. You need to think about what the fuck you're doing instead of just, I'm just going to do this and hope that this happens. I don't know. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that's an acceptable answer. I'm not quite sure. Tim kind of likes it, though, and that works for me, man.
Like, okay, so I guess, well, what did the guy say? The guy also said, good question. The answer is so multi-facted, and in my opinion, are the things that separate like a Chad from a lab monster like Triax, no shade thrown, blah, blah, blah. Can also be applied to sports and other things as well. Hope you guys can touch on the subject tonight. Well, Will, do you have anything to say before I just like rant off into like my opinion and that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as it goes for me, I think when in let's see, damn it. As far as like changing up my strategy, I think it's when I start to feel that I'm kind of losing control of the match, where like the things I'm doing right now that I'm trying to do to win aren't helping me to win. Like I think that's when I know that I need to start changing up my strategy. So if I'm looking for a dash or a jump and my opponent's just being lame, then maybe I start to think, okay, well maybe I can do either of those things. And then if I get punished for jumping, then it's like, okay, well my opponent's kind of like looking for the same thing as well. So then you just have to figure out your approach depending on what your opponent's doing, I guess. But yeah, that's just like as far as like knowing when to change up the strategy. I think that's like a little bit like that's just a little piece of like a large, puzzle when it comes to fighting games. At least for me. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So when I'm playing, I'm gonna use Tekken 7 because Street Fighter 5, like the strategy I've always had, has always just been the same. You just go crazy, get meter, and you just I don't know, it's crazy. But Tekken 7,
it's not a long-term strategy. I
yeah.
understand how.
In Tekken 7, my strategy, I'm gonna tell you my game plan. This is seriously my game. My strategy in Tekken 7 when I play people is I wait for you to do something and I just whip punish with twin pistons. Cause I think my strongest fury, I think my strongest thing is my twin pistons and the yan flip, and like other people always say, your whip punishes are really good. Cause twin pistons that's why I use Kuma, because his whiff punish is so. To me, it's so good. It's a twin pistons.
It's so good.
And you can hit confirm it. It's 2 hits, so it goes 1, 2. If you do down forward 1 and you see it hit, you just press 2, you get it. If you do down forward 1, they block it, you don't have to press 2 and it's safe. But if you finish and they block, it's fucking crazy. So that's one thing I do. I try to whiff punish, and when I'm more of in that game, it's like I want them to come to me. They come to Butthead. You know what I mean? Come to me, yeah. And when they get scared and they back off, hopefully they're backing off into the wall. That's when I creep in. I do the low pulse swipe, or the bear swipes. I do down back to the honey bear stance things. So you guys gotta change it up. But with me, the thing is that I really enjoy. I just change it up. You gotta play random. Like sometimes I might run up to you, and I do a bunch of highs. You do a bunch of highs. So you're training them to go low. You gotta condition your opponent. You condition them. They go high. I'd say playing by feel is that in Tekken to me. Well, I've always been a player that plays by feel. That's always been my thing. That's the thing. So like I'll give you an example. I was playing I think the war guy, And what I would do, I would do bear sweep, bear sweep, bear. He would get hit by it every single time. One time I literally did bear sweep. You get a full combo off of that, but I didn't even combo. I just bear swept. He got up, bear swept. He got up, bear swept. And you know what I did after that? I hop kicked, because he thought I was in a bear sweep and he ducked.
Yeah.
So you just have to condition. You play by feel, because Tekken 7 is a 3D game. Tekken is a 3. You can flow. You got back that. There's movement. There's so much movement in that game. Where in Street Fighter 5 you can kind of you really can't have that movement, because you're going back and forth. You're doing the shimmy, but you can't really condition your there was a big argument at the house Saturday or Friday about whiff punishing with Richard David.
Dude.
But the thing it's just. It's crazy. I'm not gonna go into it. Maybe one day we can.
Maybe
but
we'll save that for when I'm dead, because I don't ever want to talk about it.
but in Tekken 7, whiff punishing is incredibly important.
There's
Because
so many ways to make attacks like not hit that it's like insane. Like even if somebody has frame advantage in that game, it's something that I found out. You can cheat that shit like for sure. Like let's say they're +2 and they do a move that's a high. If you duck, you're negating all their frame advantage anyways. So like there are so many ways that like that game is just a different beast. It's so crazy.
That's why characters like Devil Jin, Hayachi, Kazuya are so crazy, because they have the Electric Wind God Fist. That is like a just frame move, but it punishes. It's so fast that it can whiff punish a jab.
It's fucking crazy. And you get a full combo.
And there are players that see that shit on reaction. And I think the argument on Friday, which we won't go into that much, was that there's whiff punishing in Street Fighter 5, right? Was that like the whole? I don't remember.
I wasn't there, so
yeah,
I can't say.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a whole
I
giant.
I don't want any part of it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Kenny, if we're not really answering question. But how I play, I've always played by like feel. I've always my whole game plan in the beginning is okay. I'm gonna see what this guy does. Is he gonna rush in? Whip punish. If he just like stays back, because in Tekken 7, if you stay back, who's gonna get timed out, all that shit. And usually when they do that is because they're like, oh fuck, this guy's bear pisting everything. You know what I mean? Fuck. So they're gonna creep back, right? They're gonna creep back. So it's like, all right, I'm in the lead, so you have to come to me. So when they try to run at you, you can twin pistols them again, because they're still moving. They
would have to run, stop, and then backdash you. And with a move like Twin Pistons that goes that far,
and
a lot of characters aren't going to be able to do that.
And also, I think I'm still taking advantage of people who don't know how to play bears, right? Against bears. But the thing is, I don't care about tier list. I think Bear is a really good character, because he has like 3. I only use 3 moves. But the thing with those 3 moves is that you're scared of them, because one's a low, and one's the piston. So of course you're gonna block the low, you're gonna block parry. But if you think I'm gonna do a low, I'm gonna do a twin piston, you get launched into a big combo.
Yeah,
people freak out with his hunting bear stance. His power crush moves from bear they're amazing. He gets mad damage off the combo, and his pressure. I really do think he's a scary character.
Yeah.
And
he's a functioning character.
In tournaments, in tournaments he's a scary character. In death matches, yeah, that's where that whole tier list comes in. I do believe in a death match, it's tougher, but I still believe in my character. But it's just with me.
He's a function character. He's not an unusable character.
Yeah.
There are plenty of games where you really will have unwinnable matchups, and this is not one of them. So let's not like pretend like this is a game like that. I don't think many people here have played a game where like the characters are so shitty that they really can't win a matchup. That's something that is probably foreign to a lot of people. You might think you've played a character like that, but you probably really haven't. So that's another thing to just consider when you're thinking about like character strength and stuff like that. These days, like there's not really a character that can't win anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing like a poverty game or something else like that, you're really not gonna run into a character like that.
Yeah, if you're playing like Marvel 2 and you're using like Ken Akuma and like
and
you're not gonna, yeah.
Like, yeah, you're really not gonna win.
But Kenny, like,
unwinnable.
Yeah, but how I played, I was never really, to the. You have your textbook players, you have your lab monsters, you have your YOLO players. I was really never. I'm more of like a YOLO player, but I've always played on just feeling, like flow. Like I always post that. It's just that's why Legate or other people like in team tournaments. I think team tournaments are fun. It's one game, and then it was me and Crockett. Like I think I like teaming up with Crockett because I think me and him have a really good play style. As in, we'll just fuck you up in one game, and that's all we need. You know what I mean? Like, cause you don't know what the fuck's going on. High damaging, just like it's just it's like a burst of fucking craziness. But I've always played by feeling, and then I can tell like people get frustrated. So that's when like when I know people are getting frustrated, like they're doing all the moves or like I see their body movement. They're sighing a lot. They're kind of shaking their head. That's when I
You
go
can
in.
never let shit like that
That's
even happen.
because there are players that if they see that shit happening, they will take advantage. They know you're at a weak state. That's why it's kind of hard, but it's like sometimes you gotta show no emotion. I mean, but
It's true.
it's hard to get hit by a big thing and you can't get mad. But I mean, you start showing that weakness, then you get irritated and your play style all changes up. So that's how I always take advantage. If you're gonna keep getting hitting by like these random, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not gonna respect you until you show me that you can do something.
Yeah, give me a reason.
I'm gonna keep doing these unsafe moves. A lot of the moves I do in a lot of the games are unsafe, but I keep doing them. Why? Because you're not punishing them, and when you do punish them, that's when you mix it up, right? That's just like I said. There's so many different play styles. I mean, a person like me, who is like I use Kuma. I know enough about the game to get through. You know what I mean? And there's people that they're lab monsters, frame data, blah blah blah, and they get frustrated because they're losing to, like a bear. They're losing to like, do you even play? You know what I mean? One of those things. But it's funny because I do like playing this game, but it's just that example where it's like a jobber like me that that just I guess the flow. Like I said, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a crazy topic, but it's a really intense conversation starter, and yeah, it's just a lot of players are different. A lot of different play styles. Like my favorite part of team tournaments or coaching is when you can hear what the person is telling the other player to do. And I always do the same thing. I look at that person and just say, I'm gonna do the opposite of exactly everything he told you. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. Just mind games, just knowing your opponent, reading your opponent, watching matches is really good. I mean, I never really did that, but I mean, for Tekken, I played these guys for so long that they all have the same habits mostly. You know what I mean? And they know that too. They know I have all the same habits. So just knowing your opponent, watching matches is so important. Noticing that, Ona guy, he will do 2 jabs and then he'll do a low. He'll do 2 lows and then he'll mix it up. But you know what I mean? Just knowing your opponents, man. Just like, and then I think a lot of things with Kenny, and a lot of new players is that when we do play sets, you guys get murdered because I think you just get frustrated that you're losing and that stuff. And I mean, it's good. That's a good. Get mad, use it. But you gotta like Vince and he already said you just gotta know like why are you losing. And the only reason I keep doing that, why you keep doing that? Like it's unsafe. I'm like I'm doing it because you're getting hit, and I keep doing it because you're not punishing it. And if I'm gonna do a move that's launch punishable, but you're punishing me with like a jab, like I'm gonna fucking keep doing it.
The risk reward is greatly in my favor to keep doing the launch punishable move if you're jabbing.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not do that?
Yeah, and just
why would I overhit you 4 times in a row with Balrog if you haven't blocked any of them and you don't punish any of them? Yeah. Like give me a fucking reason to stop. Like there's no way.
I really hope we kind of answer. Do you guys want to add anything else to that whole thing?
There are so many things that any of us can add to this.
Because a lot of people posted a lot of good stuff, man. Like,
there's no right or wrong answer to this question.
There isn't. The only thing is just what's gonna help you, and everyone's just like everyone's different. Everyone just has different play styles, man. It's crazy.
I think like Vince said, there really isn't like a good right or wrong answer to this. It's always gonna depend on the player and like the way. It's always gonna depend on the way you like playing, and I think. That's pretty much it. Like, just play how you want to play.
The best players
if you're
can
bodied, then learn why you're getting bodied and adjust, adapt.
Yeah, I mean the best players can get blown up. I mean look at you take our best American players, blah blah blah, and they get blown up by Storm Kubo. You know what I mean? Like his an Abigail. You know what I mean? Just like one of those things. Like you don't know what's gonna fucking happen, dude. Like it's.
No, dude.
So it's just don't beat yourself up too hard over. Stuff like that. Just keep.
Everybody fucking loses.
Just keep grinding out.
28 years, man.
Just keep grinding out. Keep asking questions, and just don't let that shit bring you down, dude. You know.
Just fucking enjoy yourself, man. It's a fucking game, man.
Don't let anyone break your stride. You know what I mean? Don't let anyone hold you down. All right. Just keep on going.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nobody gonna break my stride.
You gotta keep on going. All right. I think that guy wrote the whole Mulan soundtrack. Anyway, so I guess we can get into our hot or not. Oh, you know what? Last one. So I guess where is this one at? Humbug. Okay, Pimpbot said talk about how hot or thought or not was a laughable subject when I brought it up, but now is he really the reason why it happened? I don't remember why it happened. I don't know.
I
I'm only saying it because I don't remember, dude. Like, but if you did do it, thanks, man. It's pretty badass. But I honestly don't remember why we started doing it, dude.
it
I
might
think
have
it's the
been
best part, dude.
it might have been at the first live one, and he was there, and he said hot or not. I don't know, cause
The instigator.
yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me, and I can't wait for episode 100. By the way, just gonna throw that out there.
We
Yeah,
really
that's
should
the
start
220.
spamming that. Not spamming, but we should really get ready. But yeah, but hey, if Jason Pinbot, if you were the reason why, hey man, thanks you for a great segment. But I honestly don't remember. I honestly don't remember. All right, so we're gonna start off with Will though. Will, hot or not call outs.
I call it myself because I've been using up all the internet, and
Yeah, there's only one person streaming in this house, so
Yeah.
it was definitely all you.
could be anyone.
It could.
Um, and the event hubs for being shitty, and
Oh my god, dude! I can't believe that. I cannot believe this is a real thing that's happening. It's like a fucking Onion article, but like it's real. It is. It's incredible to me. I just
Yeah,
don't understand.
it's
Brody.
not the Onion. Um, yeah, and then my call out. Well, that was my call out.
Yeah, that was 2 call-outs actually. But you can
Yeah.
have as many as you want. You know, there's no
Yeah.
rules here. It's not nom.
Can I do a reverse call out or
Yeah.
a reverse bitch of the week?
You could. Dude.
Wait,
Kissing
Uh,
highs on. Oh god.
kissing high.
Smooching emoji. The Cody video.
Oh, you know what? Uh, how do you spell
CODY.
CODY? My hot or not is Bella Brooks.
Okay. I bet you Ron Beth likes that too. I hope he
Yeah,
listens to this
shout out
shit.
to Ron Beth. Just see that there.
You gonna leave the link, dude?
Um,
Yeah, dude.
just yeah.
Dude, she's the one, man.
Yeah, but as far as call outs,
Oh, nice. All right. Okay, that's loud. All right. Hope no one heard that.
check out the
I heard
dude.
that.
It's funny because I didn't even find her from MFC, like, cause she does ASMR on YouTube, and I like kind of troll on that, and I found one of her random ASMR videos, and I was like, damn, this girl is hot, and then I saw her naked on MFC like a day later. I was like, oh shit, and then Vince was telling me about her, and then
Yeah,
here we
dude.
are.
That's the waifu for sure.
Yeah, so shout out to her. But yeah, that's it. Like I honestly don't know what the streaming situation is gonna be like because I don't. Vince and I, we're like on a limited. The internet's running out, so I don't know what.
Yeah, the internet
Yeah.
machine's broken.
I think in reality, you guys have to upgrade your internet, but in order
do,
to upgrade your
100%.
internet, you need money. And
I see what you're saying.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah. No, I got you.
yeah, because I've been holding on my 2-year anniversary or my second month anniversary on you guys for, or at least for Will. I think mine's is not until the 20th for Vince, but mine's for you, Will, has popped up. But I've been holding it. I've been waiting, man. So
I know.
okay, man.
Okay. See you on the podcast.
Vince, take it away.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's see. This is a bitch calling from an anonymous fan, by the way. So I'm just gonna. I'm sure you can figure it out after I'm done. But the anonymous bitch calling was Cody for taking so long to read comics again. That is the totally anonymous, not me, bitch calling for Cody for taking.
Is
this
it you
long
or
to read comics and specifically the metal because that shit is fucking incredible, man. It is really good.
I'm sorry that I've been blowing up that chat and so I think that comic is mind blowing, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's really cool. It's good to have you back. It wasn't me, by the way. So yeah, that's that. And I don't really have a hot or not. I'm gonna save it for after Lan Diego's over because I'm sure.
oh man.
I'm sure there's gonna be at least 2 or 3, and like I'd rather just save it.
Will, are you going to Lan
I don't really
Diego?
have one.
Yeah, I'm free that day, so I'll be there.
Cool, man. So we'll see everybody there.
Bring
And
barbecue.
Ebony Goddess of the Week. It's a repeat, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It's Cody
Man,
Bryant.
metal's so
Man.
good, dude. Oh, Cody Bryant's
I
so good.
recently.
Back to back.
All right, you know what, guys? I'm gonna get this off my chest.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Here it is.
Cody Bryant, man, she is like my favorite Ebony actress. You guys want to know how ET really started? This is how ET really started. I think Vince like messaged me. I think I messaged Vince. Oh yeah, that's what. Okay, we're messaging each other, blah blah. And I was like, oh, you know who Cody Bryant is, right? And then the joke was like, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. It's time to watch ebony porn. Like that was my thing. Cause literally every Tuesday, I'll just watch some ebony porn, and then it just became ET. So Cody Bryant is the reason why ET exists to me.
Yeah.
So
She's the reason for the holiday. So
God bless Cody Bryant. But to a lot,
You
ET
gotta-
could be every day. But Cody Bryant is my ET every fucking Tuesday. So
the dream.
yeah.
You haven't checked out her POV scene, That's
She has a lot, man. Which one? Like she has a couple.
It's bad, dude. The one she's trying all the outfits and shit.
Oh, that one's real. Oh, dude, that was. I have that one. I actually have that. Yeah. All right.
Dude, it's pretty good.
I like the baseball one where like the doctor's like, "Oh, I'm a
Dude,
retard."
that one's so
get this
bad.
guy out of here,
I was
man.
posting that picture, by the way. That was my other choice.
Get that
of
guy
picture.
out of here. Or when she's like the fucking landlord, or
Yeah, it's bad, dude. But
that
anyway,
shit
yeah,
out of
she's the one for sure. She's the ebony goddess of the week and the ebony goddess of my heart. So, I'll just go with that. And yeah, you have the floor, man. Go ahead.
I'll start off with my Let me find her. I'm gonna start off with my hot or not. It's Eleanor Rigby.
Oh man, okay.
And the reason, like, okay, a lot of people might. The girl who plays Vicky Valancourt in Waterboy, like in that movie and like The Craft, I think she's hot, dude. There's something about her.
Wait, that's her?
No, that's not her. But I mean, oh well, what do you mean? Oh, The Craft and The Waterboy.
That's what you're talking about?
Oh, no, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Ellie Rigby or she's an MFC model that reminds me of her.
A lot.
A lot of her. I don't know if these pictures can do justice, but usually when I don't work for like long periods of time, I just like get lost in the dark, multiverse of MFC, and then luckily enough, I find people. I'm gonna link her Instagram, but yeah, she had like a pet turtle going on. It was like pretty cool. There was like a turtle.
The turtle was the best part of the MFC thing, dude.
And,
that's what the turtle was doing.
Yeah, but yeah, Eleanor Rigby, she's hot. I like her. And then
I'm a fan too.
she has a big mouth. I like girls with big mouths, man. That's
Yeah, shout out to BZ.
Yeah, Baby Zelda.
That's mine. Hot or not for next
And then my bitch calling is I got like a couple. First of all, bitch calling is parents that don't pick up their kids or give like a call, like a courtesy call, not last minute. We close at 6, and I mean, even if you call us like and say we're not gonna be there, I won't care. I honestly won't care. But if I have to call you and you give me some shitty ass reason, like the person that was supposed to pick my kids up fell asleep at the library, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And then
what does that even mean?
Like it's like crazy. Like I know for sure if I was a parent and I was gonna be late for sure, I would most definitely contact the people watching my kids. Like, you know what, I'm gonna be late. I'm blah blah. You know what I mean? That's just, it's crazy. Like
It's a fucking courtesy. Like
that
should always happen.
and
for
it's like
everything.
it's a child. It's a living person. It's a kid that is scared and does not want to be there. I don't want to be there, and I know damn for sure that kid doesn't want to be there. But I'm not gonna leave. And then it's always the last case scenario is to call the police. And I swear to God, one day I'm just gonna fucking do it and like just I'm over that shit, man. Cause like the reasons I hear, it's just like, come on, man. Like you were late because of this. Well, you're late because you smell like fucking weed and alcohol, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. That and I guess yeah. I'm a bitch for like, man. There's a real okay. I stopped buying comics because like it's expensive. But
Yes,
the thing is that my pull list was expensive. I didn't have to buy like 20 million issues every Wednesday. I could have just bought Batman and all the shit that I really do like. I didn't have to be like. But the thing, I liked all that shit. But in the end, I like Batman's like always my favorite. So I should just keep with Batman. That's it. And then I fucked up because, I'm sorry, this is like comic book talk. Civil War 2 happened, and that really turned me off. I hated it.
I 100% like don't fault you for that either.
I
but
fucking
that's
hated it.
Real.
And then Divergence
That shit
came
was
out,
so
and I
bad.
fucking hated Divergence. These two events killed comics for me. They were so bad that I stopped buying. It got to the point where it's like, you know what? Like, there's no point, dude. I even stopped buying Batman. I stopped buying Suicide Squad. All these comics that I enjoy just reading. You know what I mean? Like Justice League Dark, Constantine. And then, but I shouldn't, because I could have just, I could have bought like one issue like a week and shit. So then, and then all I hear is like metal. This whole like first I thought it was just a Batman mini like event, but then I found out that it was it was a DC major event. Like it's an event
Yeah,
that's
no,
it's an
it's
event
crazy.
that's gonna
That fucking
it's
velocity, man.
it's an event that's gonna change DC. Basically, it's changing DC, and it reading it was just reading the first two, the preludes, casting, and the fourth. Man, it was. I haven't read a con. It got I got
Crazy, isn't
I
it?
got I got chills going like it was a page turner. There's just chills, man. Just all this shit happening. It's these writers these this team of writer and artists should not be a team ever. They should be not a team. Capullo and Snyder are they're too
It's
perfect.
fucked up. It's too good.
And they're too good. It's ridiculous how like good these guys are. And then they're on this event and it's just like it's
They
crazy.
were on the other Batman series too.
And they were on video. Yeah, no, it's so it literally this event is probably my favorite DC event. Don't get me wrong,
It just started too.
my
so it's
favorite
a lot of time.
because there's major. It's my favorite DC major event. You know what I mean? Like my favorite Batman event will be is Hush Forever Hush. Hush is my favorite event that happened. Like Marvel like it's Siege. Siege is like
Yeah, it's
Siege.
Siege. Dude.
You got to remember that Siege was only 4 issues and it was
I liked Annihilation too, though.
Annihilation was really good. I mean, there's Marvel, the Golden Age, like the all the man Annihilation, the Thanos Imperative, even Infinity was really good. I thought, man, just like
Yeah.
um,
Secret Wars.
Secret War. It's just it's
also
crazy,
pretty
but Metal is mind blowing
Yeah,
because
that was ridiculous.
these
Like,
writers
fucking
are
crazy, dude.
so creative. Because if you think it's like it's they bring back shit from like the beginning of New 52 that you forgot about, but then you realize, wow, that happened and that's so important right now. They bring back shit from it's crazy like how it's I don't know. I'm sorry. It's
awesome,
crazy.
dude. It's great.
I mean,
Fucking fantastic.
I was thinking too.
Got it, Padilla. I'm really glad,
Yeah,
man.
it's
a really good
it's
series
fucking
so far.
crazy. Cause all I got, cause you think about it, it's just like the 5 Metal Knights. I'm not gonna go into who they are. Whatever, 5 evil Batmans, blah blah blah. Cause what I was thinking was that Batman's already broken by himself. Batman is, I think, the most broken superhero ever.
Yeah.
But you give Batman the powers of the other heroes, so he's already broken, but he just has that extra something now. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, so I'm a bitch yeah. It's crazy. I bought so many comics on the other day, like, but I got a portion control. I gotta buy just the ones that I really Batman for sure. I gotta hunt down all the Batmans and all the Green Arrows because I really like Green Arrow. He's one of my favorites. From DC at least. And then man, well actually all the Batmans.
Well, actually,
Detective. I don't know. It's crazy. I gotta do a lot of research later, but Metal. If you're a comic book fan, you should read Metal. If you're not a comic book fan, you should read it. If you want to read them at the house, I have them. There's only 3 out right now, but Capullo, Snyder, Core of the Owls, the Endgame or whatever, the last of the Batman, like amazing. New 52 Batman. Yeah, and then also I'm a big for not playing Eternal too because that game is crazy fun. It's crazy.
realistically, how are you supposed to know, dude? The only person that was telling you about it was me, and I'm not reliable, so
Yeah,
I don't blame
dude.
you for that
I'm
either.
so
I really
mad.
don't.
No, it's not that.
I
okay.
watched you play Eternal and Shadowverse. I'm like,
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's that the point is like it's how I am with card games. I'll play any card game, but I'm gonna spend money no matter what. I already spent money on this game. You know what I mean? Like I already made 2 decks like that. It's crazy. Or I only have 1 deck, but I'm working on another deck right now. But because I'm just a really competitive card game player. That's all I gotta say. So I always want the best. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, this is the game to play if you really enjoy those games, because you can make a lot of different decks. So it's a
Yeah,
great
dude.
game, man.
There's only gonna be
Getting it,
more.
you should get it. Great game. Great game.
I don't think. Yeah, man. All the money I spent on the. Why are your pants so big? You know. But
Ralph's trying to play that game again, dude. It's time. To go
if
back
he wants to
Arkham
play,
Horror
if he
or
wants to
something.
play like just for fun, I have like my deck still, But no, yeah. So mostly the bitch calling is bad parenting and myself. So
What about hot or not, dude?
oh, I already said it. It was
Yeah,
Eleanor
I'm
Rigby.
retarded. Don't
Yeah.
worry about me.
If you, okay, whatever. Pokemon, bring it. It's Friday, whatever. I'll play. I have a deck. I think Jason still has his deck. Extended new format. I don't know, but yeah. See you guys all tomorrow. See you guys Saturday. Seriously, come out tomorrow. Come out Saturday.
You're gonna have a good time.
There might be a cover charge Saturday, but just come out, hang out with us, fuck around, harass some people and become serial killers. You know what I mean?
Give a shout out to my girl Rachel. Tell her she's doing a good job and that I love her. If you get there before I do, you know what I'm saying?
The horrible message, dude. I like. all right, guys. I'm not fast enough to find that horrible mess post and put it on here, but we'll save that for later, dude.
Yeah.
Vince, will I'm gonna be. I don't have work tomorrow, so I don't know. I'm streaming. I might stream Eternal. I might stream Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy 8,
Chrono Cross.
Devil May Cry 2.
Wait.
I hate Devil May Cry 2, man. I can't like play. You know what my bitch calling is? It's Devil May Cry 2, man.
Let's talk about it next time. On the
No,
podcast,
it's
I got a
because
few words about it.
I can't fucking beat it. It's so boring. No one talks in that game. All the bosses in Devil May Cry 1 talk so much shit, dude. And the
Yeah. That game was one of the biggest disappointments of my gaming career, to be honest with you. Like, no questions asked.
Damn.
It's a huge milestone of shit for me. So yeah, I feel the same way you do.
that game sucks. I'm not gonna beat it.
At least I made the third one.
Mewtwo, are you in here? I'm sorry, dude. That game sucks. It's so bad. I fell asleep almost on stream playing that game, dude. Like,
Yeah,
That's
it's
a-
bad, dude. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Padilla, for the shirt, dude. I already took it, but you can.
yeah. See you guys later, man. Fuck off.
Bye.
My computer just blew up, so I don't know why the music stopped playing, but oh my god. See you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out, guys.